Hello, good afternoon, everyone. In today's class, we'll be proceeding towards the trajectory planning in the robotics. As you have been learned, the basic phenomena related to the trajectory planning and its categorizations in the yesterday's class, we'll be moving on with respect to the familiar conditions in this chapter, how the trajectory is being maintaining in a controlled strategy way, either the motions that has been performing in a sequential order or in the straight line motion or else in the counter positions with the utilization of the required kinematics and inverse kinematics and even the dynamics of the robots. In yesterday's class of trajectory planning conditions, we have a detailed discussion regarding the movements of the linkages, that the forward kinematics and the invert inverse kinematics mechanisms placing a major role in the case of this trajectory planning. So we'll be having a detailed discussion regarding the domestical robots, that is the industrial kind of robots. In the simulation strategy to a constitutional level, as in the operational strategy level in this class. So initially, what is meant by a path and what is meant by a trajectory. So path here specifies it is a sequence of robot configurations in a particular order without regarding to the timing of these configurations. Here, the trajectory refers to when a particular part of the path must be attained. Will be specifying with respect to the time bound, that is trajectory. As you have been familiar with respect to the trajectory, that the movement or the trace that has been done by an robotic end effector with a particular displacement characterizes a trajectory. In this trajectory, we're maintaining four different conditions as we have been discussed yesterday. And what are the pinpoints and application level at an application level in the three ordinate segments the trajectory is planned. We'll be having a detailed look in the today's session. Moving on with respect to the joint space description and Cartesian space description, as we already know that the joint space description nothing but a different number of links will be actuating based on the different kinds of joints. For example, if you've been considered this 5.2, that is a sequential motion of a robot in straight line conditions, the movement of link 2 and link 3 with respect to the end effector will be commencing in a straight line motion only because of the motion that is being created by this particular joint. Hence, joint space or articulated system specifies a single statutory that the motion between 2 points is unpredictable. And with the Cartesian space description, the motion between 2 points is known almost all the time is with a controllable strategy. Nothing but the trace or trajectory that has been very difficult to ensure a singularity level. There is nothing but the trajectory which is specified in the Cartesian coordinates with with respect to a particular force applied on a particular robot, that it is being running by itself or else based upon the external force that is being acting on that particular system. Moving on to the basic terminology, when the links has been considered, we have been considering single 2 degrees of freedom for a robot. It is designed to move a robot from point A to point B. As this indeed to specify the angular specifications, that is, let us assume that both the joints of robot can be moved at a maximum rate of 10 degrees per second. Nothing but rotational strategy that is being maintaining with respect to alpha is equal to 10 degrees for first link from the origin point, and next furtherly beta is equal to further 10 degrees, that is from joint 1 to joint 2, and the movement that is being commencing from the link 1 to link 2 is commonly specified, and hence the link 2 is the link 1 which is inclined with respect to x by alpha, and link 2 which is inclined with respect to beta, and finally as per the cos of theta 1 plus theta 2 specifies the overall inclination at the end effector which is connected to the end of the link 1, that is at the end of the link 1. Hence the joint space that are or movements that is creating based on the joints will exist maximum of 2 degrees of freedom. This is the first constraints indeed to utilize in the application of measuring at a constant variational levels. Nothing but the system which is being monitored cylindrically or in the circular format, at what rate the frequency is applied, or else the monitoring of rheostat capability, those application points within nominal degrees with respect to particular inclinational movements has been commencing in the robotic arm. Here, moving of a robot from A to B, when considered point A initial state, that is connecting from O to this point and this point to the one, O to A and A to B. This is point A and B to B. And it is tracing the run both the joints, that is this particular one link, this particular link 2. And link 2 is basing upon this particular joint 2, and both the links with respect to the along with the joint is basing upon this particular J1 joint, and those are running both the joints at their maximum angular velocities. When considering after 2 seconds, the lower link will have finished its motion initially, while the upper link continues for another 3 seconds. I think that initially first link is being moved, and later on the position or movement that is being creating in the link 2 based upon joint 2 for furtherly 3 seconds. So the total time traveling the path of irregular and distance traveled not at uniform range. It's not equal in range, and the displacement that is covered is also is different in strategy. So need to calculate it. What are the formulations that are being existing? Will be having a detailed look over here. Considering, let we assume that motions of both the joints are normalized by a common factor, such as joint with smaller motion will move proportionally slower, and both joints will start and their stop their motion simultaneously. Let us assume by without maintaining any of the strategy, both the joints will be moving at a similar strategy with the same speed that maintains a straight line motion itself. That already the link one is having an inclination of alpha with respect to x, and this link 2 is having alpha plus beta inclination with respect to the ex, and hence the theta 1 is equal to alpha, and hence theta 2 is equal to alpha plus beta, and simultaneously this will be coinciding with a similar maintenance of a value. So at any position of the joint, if there is any shifting of 10 degrees of freedom here, simultaneously another 10 degrees of freedom will be shifting with respect to link 2 also, and even the joint also will be shivering or else shifting from A to B with a similar strategy of values, resulting in the trajectory which is very much somewhat different. But when you have been considered the two paths, that is something but robot hand should be followed a path between point A and point B with straight line situations. So indeed to trace a straight line from point A to point B, so previously an equilibrium state by considering a polynomial it is being obtained, and before also with an irregular side values of a polynomial it is being followed. But indeed to have a straight line motion, so point A to point B straight line motions, what are the conditions need to be assured? The optimum solution or simplest solution is to draw a line between A and B, which is called an interpolation, and hence dividing this line as per our engineering drawing pattern has been considered, dividing that line into 5 different segments, solving with respect to necessary inclinationals at each and every point. That is nothing but at alpha, that is link 1 inclination, and at beta at link 2 inclination. These joint angles are uniformly changing gradually. And next constraint, that is assuming the robot hand follow path between point A and point B with a straight line. Simple condition interpolation format which increases a straight line with different pointal considerations that has been considered with respect to actuators. So we have been assumed that the robot actuators are strong enough to provide large forces necessary to accelerate and decelerate the joints as is needed. That alpha should be increased to a particular angle and beta should be deferred or shifted to another angle. That is, it may be of 10 or 20. So if alpha is 10 and beta should be maintaining of only 8, it is acceptable. And at enter, that is irrelevant with respect to the alpha, beta also will be getting changed. So dividing the segment differently, hence the arm moves within smaller segments, that speed is getting bigger. And it can decelerate as well in the smaller segments as approaching to the point B. That is, initially alpha will be increasing and beta will be decreasing. Later on, alpha will be decreasing and beta will be increasing. So this is a strategy that is has been followed. Let's have a detailed look how the inclinational variations affect the trajectory in a different characterizations. Next level of trajectory is called a next level of trajectory in between multiple points for a continuous movements. nothing but stopping and even later on moving, circular interpolations, straight line forward moving machines, and there's chamfering sections that are being considered between two different edges, etc., as displayed in the diagrammatical representation. So here we have a clear cut look that the movements of this particular links are being considered indeed to have a curvilinear position at the point of B. The point of B. So when the next level has been reached from shifting of point A to B, it leads to a curvilinear position at a different inclination. So if the inclination has been changed, alpha value has been changed, and corresponding to that beta value is maintaining in a common strategy. That leads to a separate curvilinear position. So the end effector will be attached to the link B here as displayed in the diagrammatically. That leads to trace a particular trajectory of movement which creates which creates in an optimal category. So, but blending of the two portions of motion at B plays a major role of indicating a shortest path, creating of a shortest path between two different links, two different variations that trace generates in a minuting strategy. Minuting strategy is shortest distance that is being taken place as it specifies via two different points, that is D and B. D and B points. Moving on with respect to M, third order polynomial trajectory. In this, we'll be coming to a conclusion that how the motions of a robot can be planned in joint space with control characteristics, linear functions with parabolic blends, polynomials of different orders, etc. Considering let t be the time that has been taken for traveling from the initial location and orientation of robot. If it is known, the inverse kinematic equations need to be followed. There is nothing but the complete extension from the 0 point specifies the kinematics and leads to an generation of kinematics equation with respect to the coefficient factors, that is x1, y1, theta of x1 plus x of theta 1 plus theta 2 plus theta 3, like that. And if the counter position, nothing but reverse order direction of movement is being taking place, the final joint angles of the described positions in the form of orientation, as we have been discussed before, at the point of orientations, at different segments will be having a detail. So, how these traces are being calculated based upon the inclinational factors, and later on allocation of the time period, how much time that will be getting spent for completing that particular trajectory can be identified with respect to a mathematical relations. For example, if theta of t is equal to c naught plus c1t plus c2t square ct3t cube, considering theta of ti is equal to theta I, theta of tf is equal to theta f, theta of ti is equal to 0 condition, starting from the 0, and the force applied, and an ith moment that has been created. So initially it will be having from the zero condition. Considering the first order derivative for the given polynomial which is having three different links, and later on substituting the initial and final conditions in the given equations, that the polynomial equation of first order derivative leads towards the specification of the or position of the end effector after getting retracted at each and every level of the link. For example, if the robot is having four different links or three different links, and the end effector will be attached with respect to the link number 3. When link number 3 has been retracted, link number 2, which is having the joint in between link number 2 and 3, will be getting changed in its position. If the previous link, that is a joint, previous joint acts between joint link 1 and link 2, leads to a changing in its inclination, the position of link 2 and link 3 also will be getting changed. That is nothing but when the initial joint will be having a detailed look regarding the with respect to a diagram. For example, just link 1 and link 2. In the forward motion, as we have been discussed, that the movement that is being creating indeed to frame a trace from point A to point C via B without affecting to a B double dash or B double dash, it minutes the route map. It creates the shortest map. When it has been getting retracted, this is the joint 1 and this is the joint. So this is in 2 degrees of freedom. Let us consider this only 2 degrees of freedom, or two links which is having nominally a 2 degrees of freedom. When this particular joint has been getting retracted, changing its position, nothing but variation with respect to theta level, theta 1 level in the link 1 leads to a joint shifting from this place to this place. That causes the reflection or straightforward end effector position changing also at the joint position of link 2. Nothing but the x, y, z global values of this end effector also will be getting changed. Next one, those positions are shifting, and for that particular shifting characterizations, how much time is being characterized will be identified very much clearly utilizing the polynomial equation calculations for initial condition and even the substituting those initial conditions to the final conditions and finding a particular time values. If the time values has been given, corresponding inclinational levels also can be identified. Or else if the inclinations has been given, nominally we will be finding the timing values. So let's look after the problem which is related to solve by the polynomial equations. It is desired to have the first joint of 6-axis robot go from initial angle of 30 degrees and a final angle of 75 degrees in 5 seconds. Using a third order polynomial, calculating the joint angle at 1, 2, 3 and 4 seconds. So calculating of third order derivative, that by calculating the By considering the polynomial equation, let t be the time that has been taken place, and theta of t, theta is the inclination commenced. So theta of t is equal to four different seconds, and final position, initial position is 0, and final position, sorry, initial position is 30 degrees, and final position is 75 degrees. And you have to identify at second at what position the end effector is being existing. That is nothing but c1 value, and at third second where the end effector is existing, there is c2 level, and c3 definitely know that that is a nominal conditions. So considering the first inclinational characterizations, that the link is being starting at 30 degrees, so hence c naught is equal to 30 degrees. Considering first order derivative, c1 is equal to, based upon this inclination, it is equal to 0. Nominally beyond that, the second one is equal to the second derivative, third one, third derivative, and finally we'll be reaching in 5 seconds, that is 75 degrees. Simultaneously, for the fifth order polynomial trajectory, was the planning axes that are being required. Initially specifying the initial and ending accelerations for the segment, as you have been seen in the previous problem. The first order polynomial for planning the trajectory, and the total number of boundary conditions is 6. So the calculation of coefficients of fifth order polynomial, and based upon this, the velocity and acceleration boundary conditions are also can be possible. Its calculations based upon the given polynomial equations. That is theta of t is equal to, we're having fifth order derivative, and hence considering up to c5 with respect to time bound t5. That is c0 c1t plus c2t square plus c3t cube c4t power 4 c5t power 5. So theta first derivative leads to the c1 plus 2 c2t 3 c3t square. Double derivative nominally 2c2 plus 3c3t plus 12c4t square plus 20c5t cube. May we consider the first derivatives, second derivative, sorry. In such a way, velocities and accelerations have been marked from the polynomial equations with respect to derivative factors. And even simultaneously, integration factors also can be considered for identifying the particular n level strategy of movements, that is a random movement. Those happen in the case of dynamical situations. So if the machine has been fixed, and the elements which are executing the work has only moving conditions, and those will be calculated with respect to polynomial equation. But the dynamical position, the integrative factors also will be modeled the mathematical relations for calculating the time, velocity, acceleration, and inclinations also as well. And the joint space trajectory planning, the linear segments with the parabolic blends has been considered. The linear segment can be blended within parabolic sections, which is beginning from the end of the motion segment, creates continuous positional velocity, which leads to form a trace from the point number A to the point number B, as we can see, and its movement passing from a point to another point with respect to the time bound. The first derivative of theta of I leads to an zero initial conditions having a particular value, and when the time is being prolongating upon integrating, the position is being getting varied, that the acceleration is being imparting in it, and the dynamism or the trace that is being taking place with respect to the link number 2 or link number 3 that has been attached to the robotic device. So for the joint space trajectory planning regarding the higher order trajectories, which creates greater than the 5 and up to the n or n minus 1. And for that, what are the impressions that has to be created in order to find different inclinational levels, the velocities of different links, and the joint positions of the links can be ordered. And the tracing of this trajectory also can be specified with respect to a particular points. That leads in the combinations of lower order polynomials for different segments of the trajectory and blending together to satisfy all required boundary conditions. So nothing but for the changing of this theta, almost the links will be getting altered, will be getting decreased or lowered or increased. In the forward kinematics, it will be getting increased, and for the inverse kinematics, it will be getting lowered. Will be monitored upon sigma addition of overall these values leads to an gratitude value that the overall trace will be generated as per the conditions, and finally the trace will be generated for higher order upon the sigma calculation. There is nothing but addition of overall the values, minimal values to the pointal variations. At the pointal variations, the joint space organisms. So the addition of these joint spaces leads to an overall values generation for this, but it limits in the case of this Cartesian space trajectories. So what is the situation that need to be followed in the case of this Cartesian space trajectories? So initially it relates the motions of robot to the Cartesian reference frame. In this frame, the joint values must be repeatedly calculated with respect to the inverse equations of the robot. For this, the computer the computer loop algorithms are also being generated that incrementing the time, that is by t is equal to t plus delta t, calculating the position and orientation of the hand based on the selected function of that particular trajectory which is being considered the motion has been derived. Later on, calculating the joint values for the position and orientation through the inverse kinematics equations of the robot. And finally, sending the joint information in to the controller, and this controller will give a loop that is being generated or indeed to commence particular actions and guidance to the different links, and hence that links will actuate the motors which are existing at the particular joints which relate to the displacement, orientation, theta level, etc. So in this way the motions are getting created in the robot robots which are assembled with respect to different links. Finally, that loop will be getting beginning and the velocity and displacement starting position and different points at the intermittent level will be calculated and the trace will be getting generated. So this is the relational calculations happening with respect to the different actuators and mathematically modeling conditions of leading towards the trajectory planning with respect to an dynamical position. Right? We'll be discussing further concept in the next class. Thank you.